hoes in, let them hoes in, hop in that motherfucking phone.
Bad hoes from Tokyo and they bake bone when they hair short.
Playboi Carti is here. That's you, Playboi Carti.
What? Woke up to niggas sounding like me. I won't talk no sex shop. Why no talk no flex shop?
Fuck it, that income, oh yeah. Got a pipe full of red, oh yeah.
It's your boy Carti. I'm out here.
Now every day I gotta fuck me up for.
Yo, Pierre.
You wanna come out here?
We ain't got time. I drop my demons out.
Jordan Terrell Carter, aka Sir Cartier, aka Playboi Carti, was born on September 13th, 1996 in Atlanta, Georgia. Growing up, Carti told Complex that his mom couldn't tell him shit.
Shut up! Give me a turn to speak!
Nobody could tell him shit. Well, he's cool, isn't he? That type of lifestyle influenced Carti to get into trouble at a young age and turn his back on the idea of pursuing any kind of school plans after high school. Which in hindsight now, yeah, I guess it was worth it. Before rap though, he actually said he wanted to play in the NBA to make something out of himself. He told Fader in an interview that he was a young AI and didn't go to practice. That was the time he was all hoop and no rap while ducking school. He said he would smoke before practice, get on the court and drop dirty, fam. You believe him? He would constantly skip classes regularly to work on his music or go to his job at H&M. Bro, that's crazy because I definitely worked at H&M too, about 2 years ago. But anyways, yeah. He barely graduated high school, bro. He was actually so close to not graduating that no one showed up to his graduation because they didn't know if he was even going to. He also hated the idea of being an up-and-coming rapper working at H&M, so he said, "Beep!" and teleported out of there. So let's get into the music stuff. Carti began rapping back in 2011, bro. A young Carti who went by the name of Sir Cartier dropped a song called Cry. Probably one of the few times you'll actually hear him trying to rap for real, although his vocals are way too low, bro. You can barely hear what he's saying. He then went on to drop his first ever project in 2012 called Young Misfit, which is actually still up to this day.
Where your soul go, where your spirit at, get cash, bitch, I gotta have shit. No gold, black jewels, fuck you and your attitude, I do what I got to. Bad bitch, she been on it, bag of weed, that's it, see I smoke gasoline, that's why she fuck with me. Yeah.
He didn't really take his music that seriously back then in my opinion. In 2013, he probably dropped a couple songs here and there, with one of them being a song called Out Here. It wasn't really until 2014 where he really started to get the ball rolling. The first song that he would ever release on his SoundCloud, and is still up to this day, is Young Zan Ho.
Hey, damn, Zan got me on some other shit.
That shit slaps heavy. In mid 2014, he ended up signing with an underground Atlanta-based record label, Awful Records, which would be huge exposure for Carti. It's the year that Awful Records made a name for themselves with songs like Wrist. The first two tracks that came under Awful Records were the tracks Talk and Lost. The up-and-coming wave and unique production of these songs gave Carti that platform to establish his sound and get popular in the underground scene.
I'm not getting geek, I'm getting lost. I wrap them up, I ship them off, I'm like a boss. You let the lean get your soul gone. Don't let the drugs get your soul gone.
In my opinion, those tracks sound way ahead of his time to me. Remember, music in 2014 didn't really sound like this. In late 2014, Carti would then begin to work with the producer Mexico Dro. The chemistry between those two was unmatched, bro, with fire tracks such as Money Counter, Broke Boy, Plug.
Hey, Robin jeans with the wish, pop a beating for my team. All day, beam up, bench with the roof up. Ralph Simmons baggy, Perry Ellis baggy. Call my phone, I bag it.
And so on. With the biggest one for Carti probably being the track By Myself / No Help, where you can really hear the Chief Keef influence heavy in the flow, bro. The voice, the ad-libs, the production, and just overall the vibe of the track.
Blowing on it by myself. I'm by myself. See how we coming, man. Got the Remy and this bitch.
Now 2015 is really when Ian Connor would play a huge role in the come up for Carti. Carti would go his separate ways with Awful Records.
Linking with Awful, man, has been a big part of my life also, man. I love all those folks over there.
And even though Ian and him were friends before, he would eventually take a manager type role for Carti. I can't emphasize enough how much it really helped Carti get his fans just by Ian posting him on Twitter all the time. He marketed his music all the time, and all of his fans would go and check out anything he posted. This would help him gain a huge buzz from this cosign. Since Ian was such a social influencer, it helped him network and make connections. One important person being A$AP Rocky. Ian introduced him to Carti in March of 2015 at South by Southwest, which eventually led to Carti signing to A$AP Mob. In April of that year, Carti would release Broke Boy, and you already know how much that song bangs. When that track released, it eventually skyrocketed him in the underground scene. It would partly be responsible for bringing Carti up to the face of SoundCloud. It's definitely a banger, and Complex even placed it on their website. It definitely put him on the map. He didn't stop there though. In that same month, he would drop another SoundCloud classic with Fetty.
I just left Houston, I just left Earth, lean in my car.
Bruh, SoundCloud back then was such a wonderful place, man. Like, the whole underground wave was just something to behold for sure. Bruh, you know what's crazy though? Look at this clip of Thug bringing out A$AP in 2015 and peep Carti on stage with the blue sweater. He would then officially announce that he was signed to A$AP in October of 2015.
Shout out to A$AP Rocky, man. Shout out to Og. Yeah, Rocky signed me, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit coming up.
And this was honestly the beginning of Carti going ghost on us, bro. Oh, you know how we haven't got a whole lot of Red in over 2 years? Yeah, but we'll get into that soon. Ian Connor would post this on his Twitter, but Carti wouldn't really drop anything solo until 2017. Although he did drop 2 bangers in 2016 with the songs What and V-Lone Thug, both featuring Uno the Activist.
What? Your whole talk some mud. I just want to bar. V-Lone Thug. Yeah, I'm in my car. Let's shot it, pour it off.
As well as being featured on the Cozy tapes.
I got money back. I'ma bag your bitch. I'ma buy your bitch.
So he wasn't completely out of the minds of people, as he was still an up and coming buzzing rapper. It wasn't like he was falling off or anything like that at all.
Woke up to niggas talking like you talk. Yeah, look at it. What? Look at it.
In March of 2017, Playboi would drop 2 lead singles, Woke Up Like This and Lookin', both with Lil Uzi for his upcoming tape, self-titled. Both produced by that boy Pierre Bourne. This would honestly introduce Pierre to the mainstream, and this would be the first of many fire tracks that Pierre would produce for Carti. Then a month later, he would release his self-titled tape, selling 28K in his first week. It got a bunch of mixed reviews, but most of his fans loved it, including me. I think it's fire, with tracks like Flex, Location, Do That Shit, Let It Go, Half and Half. Bruh, low-key the whole tape.
I let these bitches, they mad. Oh, I let these niggas, they mad. Oh.
What? You gonna hop on my car? And I ride and I talk about it, just do that shit. And I got some bitches trying. Yo, this is not part of some raw. Hey, this is not part of some raw. Hey.
A song from that tape that blew him the hell up and arguably brought Playboi to the mainstream was Magnolia.
And I'm on the block in New York, I really rock. Had it in my sock.
The instrumental, the catchy hook, everything about it just oozed a hit. Especially the In New York I Millie Rock line. That to me made it more popular. It catapulted his career by a long shot. I don't know where his career would be today honestly if it wasn't for this track. Then in June of that year, Carti would be announced as a XXL freshman.
What? Yo, hey, purple 8. Yeah, I said that Drake.
With a terrible freestyle, but hey, it's Playboi, so I wasn't expecting much. After this though, he would kinda go ghost with solo work until 2018. Although he was on Cozy Tapes too, keeping his name out there.
Bitches not fucking, I come. Bitches not fucking, I come. In a Hellcat, yeah, burning up. Let the window down, yeah, lay it out. I just go hard in the kitchen. Bitches, they fucking, they licking. Fucking my team with no fee, yeah. Fucking my team for the free, yeah. Okay, try to know so, try to run a rock star.
won't miss a nigga. Hitting that bitch for the five. Now it's me. Walk up with my toolie, what they do? Miley Cyrus, catching bodies. I'm on the top of the building. I'm on the top of the building. That's a pull up, bitch. Don't make me pull up, yeah.
Die Lit was finally released on May of 2018. It debuted at number 3 on the Hot 200 and sold 64K first week and got pretty decent reviews. And I ain't gonna lie fam, I'm gonna be the first to admit that I wasn't the biggest fan of it right away. It's one of those albums that took a few months to grow on me. Just look at this Facebook post I made around the time it came out. I said, bruh, the song Pull Up by Playboi Carti is garbage. I usually like mumble rap, my goodness. How these dudes are rich is insane. And bro, that's crazy. I find that wild to read because this has become one of my favorite albums to bump like ever. Every song on here I can blast and turn up every time. Some of these songs just make me want to levitate and transcend into another dimension, bro. No lie. This shit is heat. It's kind of funny though because I tell people that Playboi Carti is like the king of nothing. Like his music is literally nothing. Like, I feel like if any other rapper was to rap the same way he does, says the same content, they would say he's trash or garbage. But for some reason, Carti's vocals, I guess with the production, it just kind of works. You know what I mean? Like, he's a terrible rapper, but it's hard to explain. Like, there's no substance at all, but it's just lit, bro. Like, I don't know. He's kind of lucky he has such a dedicated fan base. And speaking of dedicated fan bases, bro, Carti. Where is Whole Lotta Red, bro? I honestly don't even know how to get into the Whole Lotta Red rollout because honestly, bro, I could be here all day talking about the drought we're currently in. If you're watching this video right now and Carti already blessed us with Whole Lotta Red, then that's lit. Life is good. That's a blessing because at the time of this recording, I'm starving, fam. We still have yet to get it. Now, why has it been delayed so long? I'm not too sure, but he's been teasing us over and over again, fam, with these weird ass tweets, lying to us on the gram like 48 hours locked in. What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? Stop pissing me off. The My Stummy video that released in 2018 was a super tease. We didn't get that song until the following year, bro. Honestly, there's been so many leaked tracks from Whole Lotta Red that's been released already that it's like, you know what? I'm not really starving. We basically have the entire album already, with a deluxe probably, because it's been so many songs. Songs like Neon, Molly, Cancun, Tattoos, Kid Cudi, like all these songs were so popular that he would perform them on stage and everyone would know the words, bro. Fire, and I was in that crowd too. Honestly, I don't know who's involved with the marketing or rollout of this album, but they're doing a terrible job, bro. I don't know if it's Carti or what, but Kid Cudi should have definitely been an official release and single for the album. I think it was number 1 on Spotify at one point, and it was never officially released. That song was such an internet hit. Neon as well, that shit slaps like no other. And Cancun, bro, why wasn't that officially released? They dropping the ball heavy with this tape. At this point, the buzz is dying, bro. I feel like that skeleton from all those memes. Now comes 2020, and this boy Playboi really said he got bars, and that's what Whole Lotta Red is all about.
Yeah. Boom. Whole Lotta Red is just trying to prove these folks that I can rap. I ain't just a fly nigga.
That was all in my teeth. I call up the
I got bars.
Yeah.
That's what Whole Lotta Red is about.
Every time I'm home, you know I win the billion.
And Playboi gets on a Drake song, bro. A Drake song. You would think like, yo, I gotta go all out. This is my chance. And the verse he gives us is so low effort, bro. Don't get me wrong. I was actually one of those people who actually liked it, believe it or not. I don't mind that baby voice. I actually liked it. I like the whole, spent the 100K New York, I was bored. Whatever he says. That shit lit. Then he drops the infamous At Me.
Pussy nigga toss. Pussy nigga ain't bound that shit. If it vision you fuck with it.
Man.
You pussy nigga.
I actually like the song. The production is crazy and it's just, I don't know, it's a fire Playboi track to me. It did pretty well the first week or two, but then after that, it just kind of steamrolled down the charts. I think they knew it flopped and they had to go back to the drawing board because where are we now with Playboi? Hasn't dropped much since. I mean, I know we recently got that long-awaited SRT track with Uzi, but again, it's a leak, not an official release. Like, what is good, bro? Look, Playboi Carti is one of the most interesting artists we have in the rap game today, at least in my opinion. To be honest, his come up is interesting. How he has such a crazy fan base is an old head's nightmare, and I'm a fan, bruh. But if he would have dropped Whole Lotta Red this time last year with all those leaked tracks and the buzz around it, it probably would have sold like 100k. To be honest, it probably would still sell well though. I'ma say like 80k, but we'll see. Playboi Carti, just drop it, bruh. Come on.
Yeah.